Okay, I am back, everybody. Back to the back. Do 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 do. Great. Stream is on. Oh, 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 I'm looking at for you. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. GPT 5.3 codecs. Interesting. Still wondering if it would be useful. Did I? I must have did that or something. Maybe I didn't. Okay. What's it, guys? Okay, so I can do no more Claude today. That's mostly the reason I don't use Claude that much because it's way more restrictive than GPT or Grok is. So, see, I'm out of free messages until 5 o'clock, which I'm not going to even be in here in 5 o'clock. Um, okay, so I was going back to this. Uh, wait, one. I mean, I could bring it down to three, I guess. Now, I could go ahead and do what? What? Okay, let's see if I can whip the story shape. All right. I'm still trying to find a way to keep it up to at 4. I mean, sometimes you just gotta do or not do. That's part of the thing of making something good is the pressure, right? Is the uh, limits, right? So I might just have to leave it at 3, which is fine, I guess. Um, they could find the well, and then we have the problem. Okay, so if they spend all this time, if the whole beat is about them finding his secret stash and they find it finally, then that's when Max proposes the big show. But then that beat doesn't have enough going for it to be a separate beat. It's crazy though. Let me think though for a second. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Would make it kind of a short chapter in a way. Um, It does mean though that I get more leeway as far as how many other pages I put in there. Um, okay, so what if I put this back? Design performs this will show. Okay, so I'm gonna do it like this. Actually, this kind of works here. And so the decision points can actually be in here. The decision points can be when they're searching for his stash. Maybe following Corvus. I mean, I'll have to make up some stuff in here. I'll have to put some stuff actually in here, but it kind of fulfills my thing that I wanted to do. Why do I got another update? Linux is always having updates of something. Something's always updating. Anyways, yeah, that's actually not a bad deal. One of the henchmen reports back to Max in his mind's via magic mirror. So we'll do like that. Uh, they tell he tells Max that they notice after every show then he tells Max that they notice after every show Corvus leaves holding a small bag in its in his beak. Max then tells them to find the stash before he shows up. Um, I don't know. I don't actually know where Zanzibar is right at this point. I guess at a village somewhere. I mean, eventually he's gonna go back to the hotel, but that's when. Comes. Henchman, follow Corvus, but then lose him somewhere for finding him again. Um, After Corvus leaves the last bag of money, uh, they take the money and then report back to Max. Max joins, and I should have some of these villages, like I should have them already existing, like made up or whatever locations and stuff. Max joins Zanzibar's show at some village, and then chats with him after the show. Propose one big final show in the hotel. Max has enough people for his mines. Zanzibar agrees Max's proposal. Performs a show. Zanzibar performs a show, and Corvus steals money from the audience as usual. No, it still ends up being in 3. It's waiting off stage. Well, off stage. I don't know. They're gonna have like a little stage or whatever in the hotel, maybe. Max is. They have a bar room or something. Max is waiting off stage as people start to know about after the show. Just then, someone from the crowd cries out their money has been stolen. Soon another and another, and eventually the crowd angrily crowds around you. The men and Max leave. Zanzibar cries for help, but Max and his men leave silently. Zanzibar distracts the crowd with few jeeps and escape out the back with his current loot. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Actually, I'm kind of happy with this. I think this is what I'm going to use here. That doesn't mean that actually I can go change that in within check something here. Um, uh, thanks. I think I locked down chapter 9's storyline. Now I need to figure out about the decision points. Okay, so these first two, the first and second, the first and third story beat are essentially cutscene beats. They're just what happens. Um, I'm gonna have a decision point in here somewhere in beat two, and then beat four is gonna have also have a decision point. Okay, and this has to do with finding the stash. Now they can follow Corvus. Okay, I put in there that they lose him somewhere and then they find him again. So the idea would be that they're able to follow him at some point. He loses them. He comes back. They find him again. He no longer has the money. And so they figure they got to look somewhere wherever they're at, nearby where they're at. So, I mean, I still have to figure that out. I have to figure out what kind of choices do they make, because basically they get the general area. Maybe I'll have them go to Resterton or Chillington. I don't know. You decide. Anybody who watches this or who's listening, uh, tell me if you like Chillington or Resterton better. Basically, it's where the dead go to live out the rest of their non-life. At least they're there forever, whatever. Honestly, I could do the whole thing about they still have something to do, so they hang around Resterton or Chillington. Do something like that, maybe. Well, we could copy Lord of the Rings, and they could help our heroes in the fight against Max's army. It has to be something funny, though. I mean, I'm not gonna just copy Lord of the Rings just for the heck of it, but maybe they did something really stupid, like really dumb, that causes them to have to be connected to Enchanted Lands while they're dead. Or maybe all of them that are there did different things, stupid things, and we could make a really, really stupid deal that caused them to die, and that they need to do something smart before before they can move to the great beyond or whatever. That might be funny. Okay, I'd have to really think about dumb things that people would do that are dumb. Like what would be the dumbest ways to die? Like the dumbest. Um, I have a little over an hour. I can just figure out what happens here in the decision points. I can start working on it, and then maybe I can finish it tomorrow. Maybe. Honestly, I should have shown the princess. The princess escape, or she isn't escaping yet, but the princess in the hotel where she finds all the information in chapter 5. I should have done that alongside of chapter 8, and then I would have had some of that done too. But I didn't. I didn't think about it back then. Okay. Oh, okay. There's something. The story is fine, but the henchmen aren't player characters. They're NPCs. Max joins Zanzibar. Maybe he joins them earlier. Um, follow Corvus, but lose him before. Hmm. This is gonna be another one of where instead of being a separate page, it's gonna be one of the titles. These are the two story beats. So I'm gonna actually have some decision points actually in between instead of within the story beat. You can find out where not the location. Reporting back to Max. He angrily decides to join them early to find the stash himself. Okay. So I'm going to put a decision point in between here. Max is waiting off stage. Okay, and then so Zanzibar thinks quickly for various distractions he can produce. Zanzibar then is able to get out while they're confused. Okay, I'm kind of doing it like this. Okay. So this is actually where a decision point will go, and this will be all about the search for the loot so that he can steal his loot before he actually betrays him. Alright. Uh, then thinks quickly for various distractions he can produce, then able to get out while they're confused. Okay. So this is okay, so this is where I'm gonna do it. Now, as far as the distractions, I have to come up with distractions here, but actually let's put a space there. Let's do like this. And then let's go ahead and put a space here. There we go. That way I know these are decision point spots. Okay, so now I still have a whole hour to figure something out. I'm just sitting here thinking I don't have any ideas. That's why I'm sitting here. Uh, I don't know. Sometimes it's like sometimes I have tons of ideas and I just come up with them all the time. And then other times when I have to do something, I have to come up with something. I guess it's because it's forced that it doesn't that I can't seem to do it. Because it needs to happen kind of naturally, or as a result of maybe the story or the character or something. I did stories where the character kind of dictates what he does next, sort of. I know it's kind of cliche to say, takes on a life of its own, or letting the character do what he's going to do. Um, but so sometimes I can come up with stuff like that. I mean, maybe that's what I should do. What would Max do? What would Max do when his henchmen say that they cannot find the stash? That Corvus had eluded them at some point, and now he's not carrying anything. We're gonna assume that they're down south somewhere, and that they're gonna go back north up to Resterton. We're at Resterton slash Chillington, whatever you want to call it. Okay, actually, let me go back. What am I doing here? Oh, hey Rook, I didn't notice you there in the chat because I'm looking at sometimes IRC Windows forward and sometimes it's not, and I don't know. It's kind of a pain in the butt. It's like even if you have a big monitor, you still have a certain amount of screen area, right? And so um, I have this 1080p little monitor here. I got four windows that I have to make them a certain size to be able to read it, to be able to look at it, and most of them don't even have like a minimum size that you can only go to a minimum. So yeah, so there's that. Okay, so I have to think. All right, so we know one thing. One thing is they'd be heading back towards the Tri Cities area, I should say, not Tri County, Tri Cities area. Chowderton, Resterton, and Leperton. They're all they're all nicknamed tons because they're all towns, and they try to keep a it's like an area, right? It's like a statistical area or whatever. But so I know that he's going to that. I know that somehow he's got to make it to Resterton, and Resterton somewhere in Resterton is where the stash is. Of course, you need a logical place to put the stash. So one of them would be the bank. Um, so Resterton is literally a ghost town filled with ghosts. So there's nothing there in the way of there's things. I mean, there's houses. There are houses. There are buildings, store and stuff. And maybe the idea too is it's like uh, it's like when people were alive, and that's the way it looks. In other words, it doesn't gather dust and stuff because it's magic. But nothing goes on there. No, nothing's transacted. Nobody goes to the bank. Nobody goes into the store. stables, whatever, or the houses or anything. So maybe what I should do, that's right, that is what I should do, is I should figure out 3 places that he can go to in Resterton. Um, and I think we had another scene in Resterton earlier, Zanzibar. Uh, Actually, that's right. Let's look at it. I mean, I got the text here, right? Does some more shows in some other villages, freedom slays, confront some. Oh, I didn't actually. Let me see. I've got it done. So let's actually look at the game here. Um, Still using 4.3. I need to upgrade to the newest. I need to upgrade the newest Blender too. Okay. Okay, that's the hotels. Okay. The Shaggy Settlers. Okay. His first new scam. Does some more shows in some other villages. Max is forbidden. See from Max allows notice. He discovers later. Leaves. We get to Trouserton. Okay, so he was in Trouserton here, not there. The only other 2 cities in Tri-City area is Leperton and Resterton. Okay. Alright, so let's check those two out. Um, Gets to Leperton, he asks her about Zanzibar. The people tell him they think after the Tri-Cities area might be heading south. And Axon decides to skip Resterton because almost decides to skip Resterton because he couldn't possibly perform there. Then he decides to check it out for completeness. When he gets to Resterton, he attempts to talk to some of the ghosts there. No one is able to answer him from the great beyond. After some exploring, he finds some evidence that Zanzibar stayed at the hotel there. Max finally decides to head south. Okay, so that's all we do is we do the hotel, right? But when I actually get to the thing here, you know what I should do? This is kind of new for me here, and that is I'm gonna actually put in some of the choices in here. Um, yeah, we'll just tab in. That's fine. Um, hmm. So when Max gets there, he these are actually going to be pages in here, separate pages. This isn't going to be the title pages. Max gets there. The men tell him they lost Corvus somewhere in the Tri-Cities area. Realizing Zanzibar stayed at the hotel, he decides that's one of the places to go look. Okay. Max also thinks Zanzibar might want to just put it in the bank since it's safe there. Okay, that's also a valid delete. And now I want a third one, and we'll see here if third one. Oh, I see. I'm actually creating a new title page. I think I'm actually adding an extra title page, which is not what I wanted, but that's all right. We won't worry about it. Let's see. Uh, where would be the third place? There'd be another good place to hide money. Uh, one place no one would look might be the stables. So he could check out the hayloft. Okay, that sets it up for 3 deals here. Um, let's do a thing here. I want the um let's do something here. One of the henchmen reports back to in his mind's Max. It's the report. Wait, let's do this differently. His mind's Max takes the magic mirror call for one of his men. Takes magic mirror call. One of his men says they notice Corvus flying up after every show. with a small bag. Let's leave that. Max tells them to find the stash before he comes. Follow Corvus, but lose him before they can find out about the location. Reporting back to Max, he angrily decides to join them early to find the stash himself. We'll leave this as part of that story beat, and then these are actually the three choices here. So, I mean, I'll leave it like this. This is fine. There we go. We have the three places they can look, and I have to decide how many pages there. So we got 4 there. We got 3. That's 7. We have another 3, which makes it 11. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's do a thing. Okay, so I don't really need to uh I guess um I don't even need this in here either. I should actually just be implementing that in the game. But what the one thing I'm going to do is he's going to get a choice of which town to go to. And he's going to go to uh I'll probably do the inverted deal, the inverted one, so that that's how I'll do it. I'll do it the inverted, the yin yang, or whatever you want to call it, where you get three choices. It'll be the three towns. It'll be Trouserton, it'll be Trouserton, Resterton, and Leverton. And well, actually, it'll be a bypass. It won't be an invert. It'll be a bypass. He can either go directly to Resterton. If he goes directly to Resterton, um, then he can get the stash there. But if he doesn't, if he goes to Leperton or Trouserton, eventually he's not going to find anything there, and then he goes to Resterton, right? Okay. So let's see how many of that is. That's 4 pages. 1, 2, and 3. That makes 7. Okay. And then 7 plus 3 is 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. Okay. And then I can have up to 10 more down here. But down here, what it's going to be is it's going to be like 3 different distractions. You know what I might do? I might uh I might do 5 different distract. If I can think up 5 different things that can be used as distractions, uh then that's what I'll do. Right? 5 different things to use as distractions. That's what I'll do. Um because they're all going to be just one level deep. They're not going to be multiple levels. Like you don't have to go through each of them because they're all going to lead to the same thing, just the distraction. So uh, that'll give me up to about 15 pages, which is probably pretty good for what I'm doing here. I think that'll be right. I think that'll be okay. So what I'm going to do here is before actually doing those, I'm going to go ahead and start on these pages here that I need. Okay. I'm not going to do any copy pages this time. I'm going to do full-ons. Page 9. And the last show. The final push. Max gets a clue. Easy money. Okay. I may have to change these. So, okay, so what I'm going to do here is we're just going to add the text from these. I wonder if I should do like the whole thing here. Wait a minute. This one. Control C. Right? Control V. We'll do like that. Okay. These days, all music that isn't ultra mainstream is on Bandcamp. That's modern day equivalent of such things like mods are on Bandcamp. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. It was there's a comment I made. Somebody suggested a mod, Street Rod Vibes, and then I said Mod Archive, Mod Archive. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Everything's on Bandcamp. All music that isn't ultra mainstream is on Bandcamp, so that modern day equivalent of such things like mods are on Bandcamp. I should listen some again. I haven't for quite some time. Okay. So easy money. Okay, easy money. That's still a fits, right? It still fits. Okay. So we're doing that. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, here we go. Then this one's called Max Gets a Clue. Uh, Control C. Okay, we're Max Gets a Clue. I mean, it still kind of works. I'll leave it. I don't want to change it unless it's drastically like way different than it's supposed to be. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one's called the final push. And this might still be the same thing. So let's see about the final push. Yeah. Control C. Yeah, and this is just going to be a continue. This is going to be essentially a cutscene page. Then the last show, and I can still use the same thing for the last show. Okay. The other thing is I got this little thing in here because that's where I'm gonna put my that's where I'm gonna put the various choices or whatever. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna save that. We're gonna save this. All right, that's fine. So now I've got to implement the first part, the first decision point. So let's go back to number 2, which is Max Gets a Clue. Okay, In his mind, Max takes a magic mirror call. One of his men says they know his cord flying off after every show a small bag. Max tells him to find the stash before he comes. And they... I really shouldn't do this because this is not follow Corvus. They follow Corvus. The henchmen zoom before they can find out the location. Reporting back. Max angrily decides to join them early to find the stash himself. He gets there, the men tell him they lost somewhere in the Tri-Cities area. Okay. So let's go ahead, instead of 1 to continue, let's go ahead and say hit 1 to check out Trouserton. Hit 2 to check out Upperton. Hit 3 to explore Westerton. Hit 0 to quit. Okay. Okay, so this is where we get our first. So we're gonna get put this up here. I'm gonna put this up here. Okay. So this is where, okay, so what I'm gonna do here is first is I'm gonna select everything and move it up here. Save the room data. And we're going to go in here. X gets a clue. He gets a clue. Okay. Who is... Oh. The famous classical music songs style of Mega Man stage music. Uh, yeah. Oh, check it out. Thanks. And it's hot in here. I think it's because our heat's on and it's not very cold right yet. It's gonna be cold again tonight. Pretty cold. It's not gonna be like in the 20s like it was like a couple of days ago, but it's gonna be still kind of cold. Okay, so what I want to do is first I want 3 new rooms. So plus, plus, and plus. We're gonna do that. Whoa, 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 whoa. How come? Wait, scene, reload, save scene. I want to know why the heck is it on rotate? Why would I put it plus, plus, plus? Right, like that. Now, the last one is the one we want. So these 2 ones, this one's going to be down here. These are going to be up here. Because they are going to go, this is going to go boom, boom, and then this boom, and then these are going to go boom, boom, like that. Okay. All right. So first thing I need to do is we're on title 2, and okay, so let's well, actually, let's do the one thing first, and that is we're gonna go back to, actually, we're not gonna though. That's right. So these are actually gonna go to a completely different deal, and then these ones are gonna go down here to this title page, because the way I'm doing it here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to rename them. Let's go ahead and copy this ID. Oh, select all. Copy. Okay, and I want to copy this ID to paste. And we're going to call this page 1. Now match gets clue is going to be the name until I save it. I mean, I'm going to change it, Paste. Page 2. Page 1. No. Page 2. Right, so this is page 1. This is page 2. And then this is going to be page 3. Page 3. Page 3. Except I'm going to call it something different. So what am I going to call it? I'm going to call it, do I want to call it just by its name, or do I want to call it, okay, we're just going to call this, we're going to call them by their names. Mr. We're going to call it the secret stash. No. Well, doing it like chapter names, the secret stash. But I can't think of anything that I put in Trouserton or Leperton, because ultimately they're not there. Um, Trouserton. Secret stash. Stash. Secret stash. I call this the secret stash. That. Okay. And we're even going to copy say the chapter. Copy. Go down here. Paste. We'll actually go in here. Paste. Go in here. Paste. Okay. So this is called the secret stash. Okay. This one's called what would I call it? I can call Trouserton, no starch in the trousers. Basically, they're gonna go and before now, this is not something that um it's not something that Max will have to do, or how to say, the player doesn't have to do it, but Max might have to go and get his uh so no starch in the trousers. Can we just buy some new trousers? Maybe it's, well, I won't call it no starts on trousers. Brand new trousers, I think, because he's gonna have to buy one, be able to get any information. Oh, there's the thing, right? So, what I was saying here, one, two, and three. Now, if he goes here, oh, I see. I have to do like the opposite thing, won't I? Okay, so then the other two. Oh, that's all three options though. That's not what I want though. I could just do the swap thing, right? One, two, three. You go in there. Uh, well, no, I can't do that either, can I? Dang it. I see. This calls for the kind of diamond one where, okay, let me think for a second. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna reset these. Let's do something else. Let's call this page two. We're gonna call this page two. Okay, and I'm just gonna move the position. It doesn't need. I don't need to do anything special here. This is gonna be three here. So we're gonna call this three, and um, then up in here we're going to do one, two, and three. We're just gonna switch them around. So Resterton's gonna be the middle. Okay. So, yeah. So I might restrict the other to three. Well, we're just have to see how many. We have to see how many pages because I just realized that there might be more pages here than necessary. Okay. Here. Okay, the secret stash. This one is Lipperton. Lipperton is. Oh yeah, and this is gonna be two and three. So, what kind of questions does he ask in Lipperton? Um, he's gonna ask if uh you don't look in the sheep. Sheep don't talk. Sheep don't talk. Okay. And called not talk. Oh, I don't want to apostrophe. Sheep, but sheep do not. Sheep do not talk. Sheep don't talk. Okay. Like that. This is actually the one where the name is actually slightly different. It doesn't matter because the title is good. Is depending on what I do is different. Sheep don't talk. Sheep do not talk. Okay. That's page 3. Okay. So this is Secret Stash. This one is called. This one's Trousertons. A new pair. A new. A new pair. Like that. Okay. Well, shoot. Looks like I'm gonna be really, really close to not actually filling this out, but that's kind of cool because I got an idea and I should be able to finish everything tomorrow. But we're gonna finish putting in the. I got 20 minutes and finish putting in these pages and their languages. A new pair. Okay, so this is down here. Okay, now what we need is we need 2 more. One. What did I just do? Control Z. Empty. Layout tool. What the heck happened? Oh, great. I forgot. All the rooms clear out because I switched dang stupid deals and haven't saved it yet on purpose. Project. Go to current project. Don't save. Okay. It's alright. I didn't actually get that much done anyways. Fortunately. Okay, so we need 5 here. So oh, because I hit that plus instead of this plus. Okay, let's go ahead and I almost wonder. All right, I'll do it manually anyways, I guess. Okay. This is going to be like that, and that's going to be like here. That, and this is going to be like that. Okay. So that means that this goes to dot dot dot, and then this goes to dot dot. Let's do that. That. Okay. Do this again. Do it 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I think. I think that's how I should do it. That's how I will do it. Um, paste. Oh. That's not how we do it. This is how we do it. Okay. Copy. Dang it! I wasted some time. It's minutes now. I gotta get this done. Gotta get this done. Uh, actually, let's copy the chapter because each one's gonna have a chapter. Copy, and we'll just put the chapter in each one. Paste. Paste. Um, the reason I'm not saving it is because I gotta have the ID and stuff, and the name and all that. Well, I have to have all the ID, all the IDs in place and proper in place and proper chapter. Okay, next, let's do this. Copy. Here. Paste. Except we're gonna call this page 2. And we're gonna call it secret stash. The secret stash. We're gonna say the secret stash. That. We're just gonna put that in here. Secret stash. That. Okay. So the next one we want to do is and copy this. Or we're gonna go into this. We're gonna paste this ID, and this is actually gonna be page 3, and this one's gonna be Leperton, right? Yeah, secret Leperton. No, no, yes, Leperton, Leperton. Sheep, sheep. All right, sheep don't speak. Sheep don't speak. Dang it, let's take the apostrophe out because we don't want the apostrophe in the ID. I mean, believe I can have them in there in the file deals, but I don't want to do that. So sheep don't speak. Okay. So we're gonna copy this. Right, page 3. This one is gonna be 4. Paste. And it's gonna be page 4. Same name, page 4 though, because it's going to the same thing. Sheep don't speak. Let's capitalize these, and it's not put period because not a sentence. Not a sentence. Okay. And then this one is Chowserton, a new pair. So we're gonna hit paste. This one is 5. This one is a new pair. A new pair. So Control C. A new pair. That. And then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna paste that. Paste. And this is gonna be page 1, but it's gonna be the same name. A new pair, like that. And Bob's your uncle. I don't know. Bob's your uncle is some sort of Australian uh, slang or whatever, or saying. So I don't even really know what it means, but I don't really care because it just sounds funny. So I always say Bob's your uncle. Okay. So now that we got unique IDs, the unique IDs are taken care of by the page, the prefix, and even though some of the page names are the same, because they're essentially the same page, but I don't do loops, and I'm doing always forward, so I can't, you know. Anyways, here, put this up here. Do I have enough time? I think I have enough time to actually add in the doors here. Okay. All right. So we're gonna copy a door here. We're going to go to door specs and copy, and then we are going to uh, actually, what's this? The secret stash. This is actually option 2. Okay. So option 2. Okay, let's copy. Let's go back up here. Uh, let's go ahead and we'll be fine. We'll put it in here. That stash. Okay. And this is actually going to be choice. Okay, so we're gonna Control C, Control V, Control V. Okay. Except for the first one is a new pair. Why is it a new pair too? Oh, it's just because I haven't saved it, and then when I reload it, okay, that's all right. That's all right. It's because I have it in here twice. Um, but that doesn't matter. What matters is page 1 a new pair. Okay, page 1 a new pair. That. Okay, and then this one is going to be choice 2, the secret stash, and then this is going to be choice 3, and it's going to be page 3, and this is going to be sheep don't speak. That. Okay. Save room data so far. Okay. New pair, page 1. Okay, let's see some here. A new pair, page 1, 2, page 2, the secret stash, and page 3, sheep don't speak. 1, 2, and 3. New tear, 2, secret stash, 3, page 3. What? What did all this extra crap come in here for? Oh, there's... Okay. Why? Okay, so why is that like that? Comma. Must accidentally remove the comma when I... Did I remove the comma from here? No. Did I remove the comma from here? Nope. Okay. Alright. That looks good, actually. Believe it or not. Okay. Okay, so 1 and 2. Copy. Wait, door specs. Paste. Okay, and then go back up to here. Copy. And here we're going to do paste. Paste. That's 1 and 2. That's fine. Okay, and then in here we're going to do 2 and 3. So we're going to do door specs. We're going to go ahead and paste. Now, 2 and 3 is still twice 1 and 2. Okay. Let's go back up to here. Copy. Paste. Except in those 2 and 3, it's twice 1 and 2. So, okay. So let's go ahead and save room data. Okay, I don't get why the one didn't work. Page 4, sheep don't speak. Okay, so that's it. Wait a second. Oh, I see. Page 4. Sheep don't speak. That. Save room. Okay. And then the same thing with here. This is a new pair. Page 5, a new pair. A new pair. Save room data. Okay, good. Almost done. Almost done today. Actually, I didn't get the last. Although the last is going to be. I guess the last I'll make them 3 options. I don't know if I'll make them 3 options or not. We'll see. We will see. Okay. And then this the only thing that's gonna go left is to page 2. Here, let's go here. Door specs. No. Here, door specs. There we go. Control C. And we'll go into here. Control V. And in here, do the same thing. Control V. Control S. Save room data. Okay, so I should get going now, but we're gonna do one more thing here. One more thing here. Here. There we go. I think this is more like a diamond shape. Okay. So one thing I want to do here. We're not going to count the chapter 1, but we are going to count that. Final push, the last show. Like so. Okay, so let's say. Okay, so we got 9 selected. Let's say I had 3 more. 10, 11, 12. It's going to be 12. And what if I add 3 more here? That's going to be 15. Actually, that will work perfectly. Actually. Um, save room data. Okay, so let's do a thing here. Let's do 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay. And 2, 3. So this is going to be okay. So this is 5, right? Oh, that's page 2. Oh, what am I looking at? Yeah, page 5. Okay, page 5. So this would be 6, 7, and 9. So let's go ahead and copy the ID. Copy. And just going to go ahead and put it in here. Paste. 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 Right? Except it's not going to be called a new pair. So what's going to be is this one's going to be a bank withdrawal. This one's called. Except for it's not P5. This is 6, 7, and 8. So this is going to be page 8. This one's going to be page 6. Uh, a safe place. This is going to be the hotel safe, technically. And this one is 6. That's 6. Should be 7. So that's 7. And then this one should be 8. Yes. Page 6. So what was the 3 things? Uh, in the hotel? No, the hotel, the bank, and dang it, what was the 3rd one? Oh, maybe I have it up here. Do I have it in here? The stables. Uh, okay. It ain't hay. That? Okay, it ain't hay. This is it ain't hay. This one is a safe place. And this one is say a withdrawal. Call it a withdrawal. A withdrawal. That? Okay. Okay. And then let's go ahead here. Doesn't matter. We'll do this copy. And we'll go in here into the doors. Hit paste. But instead of being that, it's going to be this next thing here, which is this copy. We're going to go into here and we are going to paste that. We're going to Control C. Oh, I know I'm a little bit, just a few seconds late. door, paste, right? Door, paste, okay. All right. And then this one, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, door specs, and we're just going to paste, paste, paste. And what we're going to do is it's going to be 3. This one's going to be 2, like that. And then page is going to be 6. This page is going to be 7. This page is going to be 8. That. Okay. And then, okay, so these are the final pushes. It ain't hay. Okay, so it ain't hay. That. This one is a safe place. A safe place. All right, and then this one is a withdrawal. And as a withdrawal. A so now we got all 3 of those, and then those should all go to there, and let's see if that is what happens. A room data. Oh, those are T3s. It's not T3s. Those are 2, 2, and 2. Control S. Save room data. Bingo. Right. Now, of course, I have to fill this in tomorrow, but looks like we got everything except the chapter names. So let's fill in the chapter names here. Copy. Paste. 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 Okay. Okay. That's it. That's it for today. And tomorrow we'll finish this up. I feel it in my bones. We're gonna finish this up. I'll have to fill in the rest of these pages, though. These new pages that I made, I'll have to fill them in, and then I'll have to add the pages for the escape, which only amount to 3 or so. So this is the chapter title. This is the actual first thing in chapter 9. So these are all chapter 9, and that's chapter 9 also. That is not. So far we got 12, and then when I get down to the last show, we'll have 3 more deals in there too. So looks good, and thanks for watching. Thanks, Rook, for joining, and thanks everybody else for joining. Thanks, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, dang it. Rumble isn't doing it, huh? Hmm. Okay. Thanks, everyone. See you tomorrow. Okay, good, good, good. All right. That's weird that it suddenly doesn't work with Rumble again now. Okay, anyways, yeah. I'm gonna actually do my little recording before I actually physically log off, but you can leave if you want or whatever. It's all right. I said my goodbye, and then I'll, yeah. So I'm gonna do my little recording that I do sometimes. Sometimes I do it on stream, sometimes I don't. Today is Thursday, February 5th, 2026, and today what I did is I finally decided what I wanted where I wanted to put the decision dealers. I rewrote part of Chapter 9, and I just created the, let's control S. I just created the actual pages where a lot of this is going to take place. They're just empty pages right now, but I named them and saved them, and that's what I did today. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to finish Chapter 9 up. That's about it. Again, thanks for watching part 1, and I will see you tomorrow.